Guys, it's Eric Haas here with eXp Realty in sunny Los Angeles, California on the west side. If you are a homeowner in Mar Vista and you're thinking about selling in the next 1 to 3 months and you want to make sure that you get the most money possible, or maybe you're just not sure whether or not this is the right market to come on, considering the talks about a bubble burst or even a housing market crash, or maybe you just aren't sure what the next best steps are and you're curious to know a little bit more about that, this is the video for you. We're about to jump into the Mar Vista numbers, a transparent picture so you can be absolutely crystal clear as to what this market is, where it's going, and what you can expect if you put your home on the market today. So stick around. We're about to jump into it. I'm super stoked to jump into this new video where we're going to jump into Mar Vista Q3 2021. We're going to see how it fared up against Q2 2021, and we're also going to take a look at and see where this market is actually going. I got my predictions at the end, so make sure you're sticking with me to the end of this video. Now, if you're joining me for the first time, I'm super stoked to have you here with me today because I'm all about delivering value all day, every single week to you guys via this YouTube channel. So make sure that you haven't already, like, comment, and smash that subscription button because that's making sure that you are aware that my videos are popping up and also getting it out to everybody as well who might be looking as a buyer, seller, or investor in Los Angeles, California. Now, without further ado, let's get into these Mar Vista numbers and see exactly what kind of market we're going to be experiencing. Is it a bubble burst? Is the market crashing? We're about to find out. Now, I've been tracking Mar Vista's real estate market since the beginning of COVID 2020. And let me tell you guys, if we looked at the Mar Vista market this time last year and saw the inventory, we were literally over 80 homes for sale in Mar Vista. And unfortunately, that really was probably the time to buy because it was a total buyer's market. There was no buyers out there. Sellers couldn't even give their homes away. Now, fast forward a year later, and that number of homes for sale has dropped significantly to the tune of 60%. There's only 33 homes currently available for sale in Mar Vista Q3, and it's not looking any better as inventory continues to tighten up. Now, I get everyone's talking about a housing crash or a bubble burst and the interest rate going up, but if there's no homes to sell, there's not really a market to crash necessarily either. Now, let's look at these number of listings. We're going to look at the pendings as well as the number of solds because this is obviously painting a clear picture that inventory is getting ultra tight and it's not changing anytime soon. So if we look at Q2 2021, we're seeing a total number of 39 homes for sale. That has dropped 15% to a total of 33 homes currently available, where I saw it even last week before at 28 homes. So competition is definitely getting fierce. Buyers are definitely either taking a break or realizing they got to pull out the full arsenal from day one and write that really strong offer from day one and not be reliant upon necessarily a counter offer. Now, sellers, it still finds you in the driver's seat. I mean, you are taking advantage of a market that has low inventory, high buyer demand, and still a lot of properties going over the asking price in multiple offers, finding sellers with the best terms possible on top of that as well. Now, if we look at the number of pendings, we're at 48 in Q2. That has dropped significantly again, 25% to 36. Again, it's just a lack of inventory, meaning sales are starting to take a little bit of a dip, not because of prices, just because there isn't anything for sale. Now, if we look at the solds, Q3, we had a great quarter. Q2 had a great quarter with 107 homes selling. But if we drop over to Q3, we had a drop of 26% from 107 homes selling in Q2 to only 79 homes selling in Q3. Now, this is an important tip for you sellers or potential homeowners that are thinking about bringing their homes to the market. I get it. Inventory is beyond crazy low. But don't get it into your head that you can just price your home wherever you want. I get it, your home is your dream home, but that doesn't mean you go with a dream price. We still have to keep rationale, and we've got to pay attention to these numbers so that you can still continue to be a success in this hot sellers market or any market for that matter. Price is everything. Pay attention to it. I've been talking about it for a year, so you know it's an important factor when getting your home sold and being as successful as possible as a seller. Now let's jump into these median prices because these are going to show us what's going on and what's coming in the future. So median active, median pending, and median sold prices are something that you want to pay particularly close attention to, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Seller, this is going to help you with pricing your home smart, competitively, and finding it in a position where you're getting it sold in the first 2 weeks. Now, buyers, this is something you want to pay attention to as well, because if you start seeing the median active price creeping up higher and higher, and that median pending price still staying below to the point of 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, you are going to start seeing more of a buyer's market. But it's important to point out that neighborhoods like Mar Vista, Santa Monica, Venice, and Brentwood have a very wide range of price. You can get in for 1.3 and you can pay all the way up to 6 million in Mar Vista. It goes into the double digits for Venice and could get into triple digits for Santa Monica and Brentwood. But let's look at these median active price. We're at 1.8 million for quarter 2, 2021, and we saw a 22% increase. This normally is something I'm not excited about, because whenever the median active price goes up, it means that sellers are seemingly getting a little bit greedy and noting that the seller's market is really in their favor, but it's in their favor if they price it correctly. So make sure you're doing so and not getting too high and driving that median active price up. Now, I get it also that there are quite a few homes out of the 33 homes for sale right now that are above $3, $4, $5, and $6 million. So that is throwing things off a little bit as well. We've got to pay attention to that. The market is still strong. Our median pending price is at 1.7 million. We had an increase of 3% to $1,750,000, and our median sold price actually took a nice increase as well from $1,850,000 in quarter 2. 3% increase to $1,009,000 in quarter 3. So the market still is looking pretty solid for Mar Vista. As long as the price is right, things are still going to keep moving, and homes are going to hopefully pick up in inventory. But if they don't, consider that values are going to still continue to go up slightly. And if you really want that house, you're definitely going to have to pay over the asking price. All right, guys, so far the picture being painted is Mar Vista is clearly going to be a hot seller's market. Still, inventory grows ultra tight in this neighborhood, and I'm not seeing really a bubble burst, a housing crash. And, sales aren't really getting impacted by the interest rate either. So let's jump into the next stat, which is truly important in understanding whether there's a strong market or a weaker market lending hand to a buyer's market. But in this case, Mar Vista, if we were under 100%, I could see that being the case, maybe more of a buyer's market. But in quarter 2, we were getting 101% of the asking price. And in quarter 3, that trend has only continued to where we're getting 102% of the asking price. So this is fantastic. The market is staying strong as we look at the number of homes that have gone over the asking, sold at asking, or below. We're looking at quarter 2, and we're still seeing that trend in quarter 2 with a majority of the homes selling over the asking price. 57 homes selling over the asking price, 5 selling at asking price, and 45 homes selling below asking price. The same trend is prominent in quarter 3. You got to remember, though, that the number of sold is a little bit different. We had 107 homes sell in quarter 2 versus 79 in quarter 3. So bear that in mind. But at the same token, the trend is continuing. 39 homes sold over the asking price in Mar Vista. Only 9 sold at asking, but that's still great. And 31 sold below asking. So again, price it right, and you're going to get above and beyond your asking price, the best terms possible, and you get to move on with your life and not be sitting there thinking about what kind of price reduction I need to take. Now, let's look at our days on market, because that has dropped dramatically as well from quarter 2 to quarter 3 to the tune of 38%, from 34 days on market to 21. Our sold volume hasn't really changed too dramatically. Sold volume really doesn't impact the number of sold homes. You got to remember too that in Mar Vista, there are homes now selling for 3, 4, 5, and even 6 million now. So the sales volume can go up just based on a few of those homes selling during a quarter as well. So that's important to bear in mind, because that is now getting a little bit similar towards, how Venice market is, where Venice kind of caps out around 10 million. And then Santa Monica and Brentwood, you can go double digits and even triple digits when you're buying your dream home. Now, quarter 3, our highest sold home was at 11839 Pacific Avenue. This home was built in 2021. It sold for 4.3 million and featured 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,400 plus square feet of open modern living space, as well as a 7,800 square foot lot. And now if you fast forward to what is the most expensive active home in Mar Vista, hey, we're looking at 13161 Somas Way. This is a cul-de-sac street. This home is not yet finished. It's going to be completed in 2022. It's a 7-bedroom, 8-bathroom. This house is over 5,000 square feet with an 11,000 plus square foot lot, and that's why the asking price is $6.5 million. That is the highest priced home ever to hit the market in Mar Vista. I'm telling you guys, Mar Vista is staying on fire. The market is not cooling down really whatsoever. Maybe you might find some buyers getting out of the market because they're just getting tired of getting priced out or overbid by other buyers. But make sure, if you are a buyer and you are getting frustrated, check out my 5 tips that you got to follow to be a success in this market, or any market for that matter, and to make sure you beat out that all cash buyer that we all seem to come into contact with no matter what house we're looking at. So make sure you check that out. I'm leaving it right there for you. Check it out, and you've got to follow all 5. You can't do 1, 2, 3 and skip 4 and 5. You got to do all of them, because that shows how committed you are to getting your dream home, and that's how I can make it happen for you as well. If you're looking in Los Angeles or the San Fernando Valley for that matter, I'm more than happy to make it happen for you. If you guys have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to let me know below. I'm more than happy to cover any concerns, issues, and topics that you have in the next video as well. We're going to move on to Venice next week and see how that market has been doing. I hope it has a nice upswing to it. But until then, have a great week. Hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you smash that subscription, leave a comment, like, and hit the little bell, because that's going to let you know when I'm dropping a video next, because we're dropping them weekly. Have a great one. Be safe, and I'll see you next time.